What's up, everybody? Name is Patrick, and I'm going to do a review of this Raw 20th because my friend Jacob Clark told me to. So, this is for you. Okay, so you have Raw 20th Anniversary. I'm playing some WWE 2K20. You have Mankind, Billy Gunn and X-Pac, John Cena, Yokozuna, Austin 316 Truck, and Undertaker, JBL. Now, Raw 20th. This is a Raw 1000 stage. Yokozuna. Okay, the first match is, well, the first disc is May 17th, 1993, and here's what the discs look like. Smoking something strong. Got a new girl. Got it going on. You have The Kid versus Razor Ramon. Mr. McMahon interviewing Shawn Michaels. I'm just reading this. Shawn Michaels versus Marty Majetti. Kamala versus Yokozuna. Tonka versus Scott Taylor. Okay. And then another one. September 6, 1996. Psycho Sid versus Hunter Hearst Helmsley. If you can read that, that's incredible. WWE Championship match, Shawn Michaels versus Goldust. This is in 1996, so of course Shawn Michaels won that match. And then disc 2 with Hawk. Goldust versus Salvador Vega. Don't know what that is. That seems like a boring match. Shawn Michaels tribute video, but I know the DVD freak loves Goldust. Tommy Dreamer versus Devon Dudley. Disc 2. February 26, 1997. Bret Hart versus Triple H, but it was Hunter Hearst Helmsley before that. Did he win that? What the heck? I'm going to do this, but I believe WWE title match, Psycho Sid versus Mankind. I'm not sure who won that match, but I believe it was Psycho Sid because, wait a minute. Because Mankind didn't win the title until 1999. Yeah, so I might be right there. 1997, disc 3, you have Stone Cold signing Vince McMahon. Greatest rivalry of all time, hands down. Brian Christopher versus Brian Walsh. I think, was Brian Christopher? I believe Brian Christopher was Jerry Lawler's son, who sadly passed away. Rest in peace. A moment of silence. There you go. Farouk versus Goldust. Flag match. The Hart Foundation, Bret Hitman Hart Owen Hart and the British Bulldog versus Stone Cold, Dude Love, and Undertaker. Disc 3, September 22nd, 1999. We have Rocky, I'm not sure. Stone Cold addresses New York City. Mr. McMahon interviews Undertaker. Legion of Doom versus a Nation of Domination. Semi-finals, Intercontinental title match. Owen Hart versus Brian Pillman. Rest in peace, Brian Pillman. Mr. McMahon speaks to Stone Cold. Falls Count Anywhere match. Triple H versus Cactus Jack. Bret Hart versus Goldust. I'm going to say Goldust is in probably every one of these EVs up to 2001. I'm on disc 4. Just 12 more to go. Yeah, whatever. Disc 4, April 1998. Stone Cold settles his issues with McMahon. Skull and 8 Ball versus somebody. I can't tell it. Mr. McMahon makes his decision. Undertaker shows his dominance. Stone Cold versus the hell? Stone Cold's not on this DVD, is it? No. Terry Funk and Too Cool Scorpio versus the Q Bakers. Luna challenges Sable. I don't know who Luna is. Kane confronts Undertaker. Owen Hart versus Badass Billy Gunn. Badass Billy Gunn. Hold on, man. I can't play that match. WWE title match. Stone Cold versus Vince Kennedy McMahon. Stone Cold wins this match. If you were around in 1998, you would know that. But some of you weren't. I could probably play with one hand. Disc 4. January 4th, 1999. Now, if you know this date, you know WCW was around. And they spoiled this episode. They spoiled the ending of Nitro. Nitro spoiled the ending for this. When Kane Shamrock versus Steve Blackman. Mankind wants to be WWE champion. Mark Henry, who I met, by the way, I have a picture in my other room. I want that to be a documentary. The story of Mark Henry. I would buy that. But sadly, the WWE is not making documentaries anymore. Come on, why WWE DVDs? Shane McMahon seeks revenge. Hardcore Championship, Road Dogg versus Al Snow. And they spoiled this match. The Rock versus Mankind. Dad, mama, baby boy did it. The Rock versus Mankind in a no DQ match for the WWE title. Okay, disc 5. Oh yeah, and if you want to know, Cassius Ohno is my WWE Universal Champion on Universe mode. March 22nd, 1999. Mr. McMahon and the corporation address the crowd, Title for title. 2 partners. Road Dogg and Badass Billy Gunn. Intercontinental versus Hardcore title. The Blue Meanie calls out Shamrock. Now, I know who Blue Meanie is. Sable versus Ivory for the non-title women's match. It was a non-title women's match. I can't speak. Winner referees tonight's main event. The Rock versus Mankind. Yeah, Mankind won that match, by the way. The Rock versus Goldust. I'm going to play with one hand. Shane McMahon versus X-Pac. I believe X-Pac won that match. My God, I can't believe one hand. Okay. The Corporation, Test, Bossman, Kid Shamrock, and versus the Mystery. I can't speak at all. Ministry. Undertaker, Bradshaw, and Farouk. And Paul White, which is aka The Big Show. He lost some weight, by the way. Versus Stone Cold and the special guest referee. Wait for it. I'll give you 5 seconds to click off and watch this match on the WWE Network. I'm funny, right? Mankind. Okay, May 10th, 1999, Disc 5. Badass Billy Gunn versus Kane. The Union calls out the Corporation Ministry. Paul Bearer. Wow. Yeah, I need to watch this. Number 5, May 10th, 1999. Nightstick on a pole match. Boss Man versus Test. Kid Shamrock versus China. Rest in peace, China. You are always going to be a part of DX in my book. Former Intercontinental Champion. That was crazy. Special guest referees Shawn Michaels, Undertaker, and Triple H and Shane McMahon versus Stone Cold, The Rock, and Mr. McMahon. So that's it. You have Edge and Ric Flair, though, so I don't... Did I skip over that? They weren't in a match on this. Anyway. Disc 8, 2000, we're now in 2001. Lumberjack Mac Tez versus Val Venus. Molly Holly versus William Regal. Hardy Boys and... I'm not going to say a name, but you can see. Chris Benoit. Oh. Sorry. Now, whatever. Versus Edge, Christian, and Kurt Angle. Special guest referee Eddie Guerrero. Okay. Now I need to see him March 26, 2001. Chris Jericho versus The Big Show. Former tag team partners in 2009 and 2010 too. The Rock and Stone Cold versus Undertaker and Kane. The Rock was the WWF champion. Steel cage match. Lita versus Victoria, because it was a Raw Roulette night. Randy Orton versus Sergeant Slaughter when he was the Legend Killer. Ric Flair talks about Evolution. Strange Bedfellows match. Matt Hardy and Christian versus Bubba Ray Dudley and Garrison Cage. World title match. Goldberg versus Triple H. I believe Triple H won here because of the help of Evolution, by the way. Trish Stratus spins the wheel. Handicaps. Bra and Panties match. Trish Stratus versus Miss Jackie. An Evolution. Ric Flair and Batista versus Shawn Michaels and Chris Jericho. But I'm going to watch March 26, 2001 when I'm done with this video. And after SmackDown, by the way. SmackDown is tonight. Okay, now we're on to... We skipped 2004. By the way. And we're going to Raw Homecoming. I know DVD Freak has Raw Homecoming. Raw comes home. Piper's Pit with special guest Mick Foley. 30-man Iron Man match versus Kurt Angle and Shawn Michaels. Elbow to the face. Stone Cold, Steve Austin, and the McMahons. Loser leaves Raw match. Loser leaves Raw Money in the Bank ladder match. Edge versus Matt Hardy. That was a rivalry that I would watch over and over again. Great rivalry matches. Carlito and Chris Masters versus Triple H and Ric Flair. Honoring the WWE legends. 3-on-2 Bra and Panties match. Tori Wilson, Candice, Michelle, and Victoria versus Trish Stratus and Ashley. SmackDown match. Rey Mysterio, Chris Benoit versus Batista versus JBL, Christian, and Eddie Guerrero. Rest in peace, Eddie Guerrero. And rest in peace to this man, Mean Gene Okerlund. And John Cena versus Eric Bischoff. No DQ match for the WWE title. I think this is before or after Chris Jericho got fired. Because I know that Chris Jericho got fired in 2005 and went on to do Fozzy. And is the AEW champion. Okay, now we're into 2007. December 10th, Jeff Hardy versus Carlito. Ladder match for the Intercontinental Championship. Jeff Hardy win. No, wait. Is this? No, this is after New Year's Revolution because that was in January. Yeah, I think Jeff Hardy wins this match. Shawn Michaels introduces Mr. Kennedy's opponent, Rob Van Dam versus my grandpa's favorite wrestler, Santino Marella. Fifth, Hornswoggle versus Great Khali. Triple H, Batista, and Ric Flair. Evolution versus Randy Orton, Edge, and Umaga. Chris Jericho confronts Eric Bischoff. World Tag Team Championships. Trish Stratus. Cody Rhodes and Hardcore Holly versus Lance Storm and Trevor Murdoch. Marty Jannetty versus Mr. Kennedy. Mr. McMahon reveals the greatest superstar in Raw history, which is himself. And then you have the King of the Ring episode, April 21st, 2008. You have Chris Jericho versus MVP. King of the Ring first round match. CM Punk versus Matt Hardy. JBL addresses his opponents at Backlash. Edge, Randy Orton, and John Cena. Because this is in 2008 when Randy Orton was WWE Champion. Hornswoggle versus William Regal. King of the Ring first match. Shawn Michaels calls out Batista. Hardcore Holly versus Carlito. Chris Jericho versus CM Punk's semifinal match. John Cena addresses his opponents at Backlash. Hillary Clinton versus Barack Obama. CM Punk versus William Regal in King of the Ring finals, where William Regal won. An 8-man tag, Triple H, John Cena, Randy Orton, Undertaker and Kane versus Randy Orton, Edge, and Chavo Guerrero and JBL. So that's the King of the Ring episode. And then we go into 2009, where our president, Donald Trump, was the general manager for Raw for one night. Everyone remember that misery? Come on, get up. Chris Jericho versus Randy. Chris Jericho versus Rey Mysterio for the Intercontinental Championship. Tommy Dreamer versus Christian for the ECW Championship. Fatal 4-Way for the WWE title. John Cena, Randy Orton, Triple H, and Big Show, where Randy Orton won the title back. And there's Triple H. Triple threat match, which is, I think, this is when CM Punk was world champion. CM Punk versus Jeff Hardy versus Edge. Jeff Hardy would a couple weeks later he would lose a steel cage match and leave WWE. You have non-title match. And Carlito and Primo Cologne versus the Hart Dynasty. And the 10-man Battle Royal for the winner faces Randy Orton at the Bash. And now we are in 2010 with the poster boy, John Cena, although he was the poster boy before 2010. And it's like 6:34, so I have plenty of time until SmackDown. The Miz versus MVP for the United States Championship. Oh my gosh. I'm doing Buddy Murphy versus Roman Reigns in a steel cage match of Money in the Bank on my universe. So back to this. Generation X. Talk about upcoming Survivor Series match where John Cena. No, I'm sorry. We're in 2009. I'm sorry. Versus see. John Cena, Triple H, and Shawn Michaels were in a triple threat match for the WWE Championship at Survivor Series 2009. You have WWE's relationship with Madison Square Garden. You have Evan Bourne versus Jack Swagger. Guest host Roddy Piper challenges Vince McMahon. And then you have the triple threat tag team match. Jericho versus Undertaker and John Cena. And versus G Generation X, and Buddy Murphy won. And I think John Cena Undertaker won that match. But then Undertaker did some things. Then you have March 15th, 2010, WrestleMania 20 Rewind show. Guest host Steve Austin. WrestleMania Rewind match. John Cena versus Big Show from WrestleMania 20. Sheamus actions on Evan Bourne. You can do that. Legacy turns on Randy Orton. WrestleMania Rewind match. Triple H versus Randy Orton from WrestleMania 25. And Gorgeous George, WWE 2010 Hall of Fame inductee. And then you have Kofi Kingston versus Batista. An official contract signing WrestleMania match for WrestleMania 26. Bret Hart versus Vince McMahon. And then we are on disc 12, ladies and gentlemen. I'm sorry, this is going to be a 30-minute video or more. April 27th, 2011, which is the CM Punk Pipe Bomb episode. Kane versus CM Punk. No countout match. Sin Cara versus Evan Bourne. And this is Raw Roulette, by the way. Steel Cage. Big Show versus Alberto Del Rio. Submission match for the Divas Championship. Kelly versus Brie Bella. Tornado Tag Team match. Rey Mysterio and The Miz versus Alex Riley and Jack Swagger. Hawaii team up Rey Mysterio and The Miz. I mean, they're great workers, but... yeah, I mean, they're a great tag team, too. But, come on. Booker T in the Raw Roulette room with R-Truth. And... R-Truth versus John Cena. R-Truth won this match because of CM Punk. And then What happened after that? Oh, I'll tell you. CM Punk did the pipe bomb of his life. Maybe WWE better after Vince McMahon's dead, but then he'll take his doofus son-in-law and his Bianca daughter. I love that pipe bomb. Everyone who's ever watched wrestling knows that pipe bomb by heart. And then you have April 2nd, 2012. The Rock addresses the WWE Universe after his win over John Cena, April 1st, 2012. This is after WrestleMania 28. Triple threat match for the United States Championship. Santino Marella versus Dolph Ziggler versus Jack Swagger. Santino Marella won this match, retained his title. Alex Riley versus Lord Tensai, who is a trainer down in NXT now at the Performance Center. WWE Championship match, CM Punk versus Mark Henry. CM Punk won this, I think, by countout. Because they had a bunch of matches. Like probably 3 matches for the WWE title. Sheamus and Alberto Del Rio exchange words. Kofi Kingston versus Cody Rhodes. And Eve explains her actions. Zack Ryder versus The Miz. And then John Cena calls out The Rock. But who comes out? It's not The Rock. It's Brock Lesnar. Who is now your WWE champion? Why WWE? Why? So and then they feud up until Extreme Rules. Yeah, Extreme Rules. Which was a great match, by the way. And then you just have pictures of this is their WWE title match. CM Punk versus Mark Henry, knee to face. A little Shinsuke Nakamura for you, since I'm playing as Shinsuke Nakamura right now. Triple H versus Randy Orton in 2009. Edge versus CM Punk. Jeff Hardy jumping off a ladder, his specialty, to Carlito. John Cena versus, F5ing John Cena. You have the Undertaker as world champion in 2009. What? Okay. Rey Mysterio versus doing a 619 to Chris Jericho. And I think this is Marty Jannetty. I don't know who that is. And that is it, ladies and gentlemen. 33 minutes of the Raw 20th anniversary. Thank you to my friend Jacob, who told me to do this. Thank you so much. And I will see you guys in the next video. Peace out, guys.